everybody. How's everyone today? Welcome to the Dirt Road Farmer. Well, we have more harvesting today. Yesterday we harvested this field right here. It was soybeans. And today we have this field to harvest. As you can see, we have more soybeans. And we've got a 98% yield bonus, 100% fertilized. It's going to be a good crop. We're going to be using the 3 X9s today. And yes, we're we're going to try to make short work out of this. So I've already got these guys programmed in. So the only thing left for us to do is tell them to go to work. So this is number 1. Let's just tell number 1 to go to work. All right. We'll let him get up their ways and try to get started. And then we're going to start number 2. Looks like he's getting about where he needs to be. Dropping that header, so we'll start number 2. All right. And we'll let number 2 get up there, get into place. Well, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's going to be a nice day on the farm. All right, we're starting number 3. It's going to be a nice day on the farm, sun's shining. Everything's looking great. So we'll make sure number 3 gets on the right track, right row. And you know, I hate to say I hate to say that I think we figured out how to run these fields where the long edge is running east and west. I hate to say that I think we figured it out, because no sooner than I say that, Courseplay will throw me a curveball, you know. Yeah, but anyway, the last field that we did was absolutely air free. And you know, it doesn't get any better than that. Whenever you can run 3 harvesters or 5 harvesters, whatever you want to run in this field, and you have a perfect harvest where you have no problems whatsoever, yes, that is a air-free great harvest, and it's also very enjoyable. So, all right, well, these guys are off. They're doing a good job. We'll go back. We're going to get in our grain cart. All right, well, we're getting up here to the point where we need to watch these guys and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they get on the right row. So yes, we're going to go up here and we're going to park, and we're going to ride with that number 1 harvester to make sure he goes where he's supposed to go. Or let's put it this way, where he goes where we think he's supposed to go. Oh, yes. You gotta love it. got to love it. All right. So let's go over here and let's just ride with number one for a while. Like I said, we're not driving. We're just riding. Boy, those X9s, they sure do a good job. And like I said, the reason I use X9s is because of the big grain bin. On these smaller fields, it is not that necessary because you don't have so far to go that you can't keep them emptied out. But whenever you get into a huge field, such as the one that we purchased, it's one field over. It's 600 and some acres. And you're running 5 harvesters. You need those harvesters to hold as much as they can, because you're trying to keep up with 5 of them. So that's the reason that I use the John Deere X9, is because that grain tank holds more than any other harvester that we have on FS22. So anyway, we're going to get up, we're going to make sure he gets off on the right road. I have every reason to believe that he will, but you never know. Now, if he goes where I think he's supposed to go, he's going to start his up and down rows right over here at this corner. So, you know what I said a while ago. Just about the time that I think I've got it figured out, they'll throw me a curveball and yeah, tell me that I'm not as smart as I thought I was. And I'll tell you what, you know, yeah, I don't think I'm very smart at all when it comes to this. When it comes to Courseplay, yeah, they can. Those guys are highly intelligent that come up with this and makes it work. Yes, but it looks like he's doing exactly what I thought he would do, and that's a good thing. Number 2 will come in here to the right side of him, and so on. Good deal. Well, we're going to go back and we're going to get back in our grain cart. Everything is going to run just smooth as ever. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Well, we're going to get up here and get him number 1 emptied out. We do have a truck down here at the end of the field. He is set up on Autodrive, so he's going to take our grain to the silo for us. And we'll just keep him loaded. Now, like I was saying yesterday when we harvested that field, this field isn't big enough to have a mother bin or a buffer cart, whatever you want to call it. This field isn't big enough for that. We don't need it. Now, whenever we tackle that 600-acre field, yes, sir, we will have a buffer cart, mother bin, whichever you want to call it, because we will be going through a lot of grain. So, and that works pretty good. If you've not seen me run a mother bin before, yes, that works very good, and hopefully you can use it on your farm, because it's kind of worry free. You don't have to worry. That truck is gonna just keep reloading at the mother bin, and he takes it to the silo for you. So now the mother bin holds more grain than what you hold on this grain cart. That way you're able to completely empty out. Even if he's still got grain in there that hasn't been hauled yet, you're still able to empty out. So anyway, we will be getting into that. And it ain't gonna be too awful long before it happens. But we've got more harvesting and planting to do over here. Once we get this field harvested, then we have 2 of them over here that needs to be mulched and replanted. So we'll get that done, and then we have more harvesting to do. So now it's time to start making money instead of spending money, and that's just what we're going to do. So anyway, we're going to get this guy emptied out, and we're going to take it over and give our truck a load, and he can take it and start emptying it while we continue to empty these harvesters. All right. Yeah, we're going to go over and give our truck a load. That way he can take it and empty it for us. Take it to the silo. Let's put the pipe out. All right. We'll just load him up. He's not going to be able to hold everything that we have in the grain cart. He can haul 110,000 liters at a time. This grain cart, whenever it's full, it'll hold 500,000 liters. So, all right, he's off. He's on his way. And whenever he gets back, we'll give him another load. So, but anyway, it looks like our harvesters are doing great. They're on the right track, right row. So, life is good. Oh, they're doing great. I do believe that this is going to be another successful harvest. Error-free, mistake-free. When I say error-free, that's on my part. That's all because I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. But I think I have figured it out. It's all due to the where you start these harvesters at. And I think I've got that much figured out. So we'll just keep doing what we do and see if we can keep these harvesters from running into one another. All right, well, the only thing we can do is just keep them emptied out. I'll get back with you in a little bit. All right. Well, our truck should be back from delivering that load. And if not, he ain't far behind. It looks like he's over there. So we're going to give him another load to haul while we're waiting on these harvesters to come down to this end. All right. We'll just go give him another load. Keep him busy. I have had Not on this map, because we've just started this map, this series, but I have had as many as I've had up to 3 trucks running, trying to keep up. Yeah, you want to talk about some serious harvesting now. That's getting, and you're busy. I mean busy. But most of the time, on a huge harvest, most of the time I stick with 2 trucks. And again, that all depends on how far they've got to haul it. In this particular case, they don't have that far to haul it. Down there where those 2 trees is that you see, that's our farm. So he doesn't really have that far to go. So, you know, he can keep up. But, you know, this is a 16x map. If you was all the way up north, harvesting a field up north, to where it's a long way to get back here, yes, you would have to run a couple of trucks just to keep up. So, but anyway, yeah, we're just going to keep watching these harvesters, keep them emptied out, and I think what's going to happen is number one's going to end up making a dry run, just like he did on the last harvest, which is just fine, just fine. So we'll know whenever he gets down here and he makes his turn. So I'll get back with you in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, number one is making a dry run. He's in his track, but there is no, I mean, this is his course. There's no crop here to harvest, but whenever he gets up here to the end, then they'll go back and pick up all the rows that they skipped. So, as I was saying yesterday, I would much rather see this than I would have them crashing into one another. That's just unacceptable as far as I'm concerned for them to be crashing into one another. And besides that, if that was real life, you talk about a bunch of damage. My goodness. So anytime you take the human factor out of it, and you're running on pure electronics, whether it be guidance steering, you know, GPS or whatever, anytime you take human factor out of it, number one, it can run perfectly and it could have a glitch. So yeah, you know, you have to keep in mind that this is a game. You know, and you know, there's no human factor to it other than what you're doing. You know, so to get these harvesters, multiple harvesters, to do what you want them to do, it takes a lot of practice. You have to play with the settings inside Courseplay or Autodrive, and yeah, just, you know, get them to do what you want them to do. So, but as you can see, this harvester is not harvesting anything. We're just emptying his grain bin out. So number 3 looks like he's taking about a half a row. But from here back over to the other side of the field, picking up the rows that they skipped, they'll all 3 be taking full rows. So anyway, number 3 is the only one doing anything right now until they get to the end of the field. So All right, well, I'm just going to empty this guy out and wait for them to get to the other side. They'll come down this particular row, but number one will go to the other side of this one row, and that's where he'll start, and they'll just come back down. And like I said, it ends up being just perfect. So, all right, I'll get back with you in a little bit. All right, our truck should be back, so we'll just give him another load to haul. Keep him busy. And I mean, we might as well give him a load. We're going to wait for them other harvesters to get some grain on them where we can empty them out. So, yes. Let's put our pipe out. All right. And I think we have one more field of soybeans to harvest right now. And we've got to look for a sell point where we're going to get the best price. We've got to look at the market and find out where we can get the best bang for our buck. Yeah, you know, I'm one of these guys, and I have said it in my videos before. I refuse to sell when the price is down. First of all, you've got to figure in the cost of the field. You know, that wasn't given to you. You had to buy it. So you've got the cost of the field, the ground itself. Then you've got the cost of working that ground. You had to prepare that field for planting. You've got all that cost. You've got labor costs, diesel fuel. Yes. And then you got to harvest it. Well, there's more diesel fuel, more maintenance cost, more labor. So I refuse to sell when the market is down. I always wait for the market to come back up, and that's why I always put it in my silo. I do not deliver directly to a sell point from the field. I want to get in there and look at the market and make sure that we're getting enough money to continue operating. Why do I want to give it to them? If I'm not going to make any money, then I can't continue to operate the farm, you know. So, anyway, looks like these guys have completed. Yeah, they're on the right roads. They're doing a great job. Now they're going to go back through and pick up all the rows that they skipped. So, all right, I'll get back with you in a little bit. All right, well, we are on our last row. We have had another perfect harvest. Can't ask for any better. And that's what makes it so enjoyable, is whenever you can have these perfect harvests where you have absolutely no trouble at all. The harvesters are doing exactly what you wanted them to do. Yes, that is a win-win perfect harvest. So anyway, we're going to next we're probably going to mulch these two fields and get them planted. That'll be in the next video. And then we have a little more. I know we have at least one more field ready of soybeans, so we'll get that harvested, and hopefully we've bought enough fields and prepared enough fields and planted them to keep us busy now for a while. So, you know, if we need to buy more fields, we will. But don't forget that big 600-acre field. yeah, that's going to be a massive harvest there. So, and we will do it ourselves. I don't usually get any help from multiplayer or anything like that. To be honest about it, those size fields kind of tend to scare people off because it takes time, and you can only run 5 harvesters on Courseplay at one time. I mean, that's it. So it tends to scare people off because it's time consuming, you know, and I understand, I get that. So but I am a commercial farmer, and I am into the huge farming, and that's just the way I roll. So anyway, I think we're going to call this a video. If you've liked this content, please go down there and give me a like. I'd sure appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please do. That would be fantastic. If you'd like to share this video with someone that you know would enjoy it, that would be awesome. But for me, the Dirt Road Farmer, I think we're going to call it a day. And welcome the great harvest. And as always, thank you for watching